Welcome to Hope Forge. Today I'm going to do a small forging demonstration. We're going to make hooks. Here's a typical hook that I make at the start of my day. What you do with one of these is you'll drill a little hole in the end. You can hang this on a wall or a door. Use it to hang your coats, hats, towels, anything you like. This is made out of 5/16 hot rolled mild steel. Now the thing about these hooks is it is something that I use as a warm-up exercise because it goes through all the important steps of hammer control. You have to use brute force to flatten the steel. You have to use very fine hammer control to make the little curl on the end. So it goes through all the motions that you need to have if you're going to be doing some larger projects. It gets you warmed up, and the best part about it is it becomes a little item that you can use, you can give away, you can sell. So nothing is wasted. As I said, I'm going to start with 5/16 round bar. This is hot rolled. It's cheaper than cold rolled. We do not need to have very specific dimensions when we're doing blacksmithing work. So cold rolled steel is generally a waste of money. I never buy it. I always buy hot rolled stuff when I can. So, I've already lit the fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fan the flames with this blower. This is a Champion 400 blower. Basically, it takes air from the inside and it uses centrifugal force to blow it on the bottom and into the forge body. This oxidizes the flame and makes it burn much hotter. If I were to stop using this fan, the coal would eventually burn out. It actually needs to be fanned in order to continue to burn. So, heating it up. Two different tips that I like to put on hooks. I use the pencil tip and the spoon tip variation. That hook that I showed you is the pencil tip. Today we're going to make a spoon tip. It's much easier to do and has a nice elegant look to it. So, now the metal is yellow hot. I'm in the center of the anvil, which provides the most energy to burn. I don't like to work the metal much beyond this heat, because after that you're really fighting the steel. But you'll notice, as you become a better blacksmith, that when you hit the proper spot in the center of the anvil, the hammer blows will actually add heat to your work and will allow you to work it longer. That's the mark of a good blacksmith. So now I've basically flattened it into the shape of a spoon. In our next heat, we're going to curl it right on the end. And that's where hammer control comes in. You need to have a very delicate, precise touch in order to get a nice curl on the end. And we're going to show you that in a second. Again, sticking in the fire, getting it nice and hot. We want to get it yellow, but we don't want to get it so hot that it starts to spark. That will actually burn the metal. You create what's called mill scale. Okay, that's good enough for me. About an inch from where the taper begins. Take it out, you can see that the mill scale is sloughing off of the steel here. The more heat that you put into work, the more mass you're going to lose to this scale effect. What that is that the steel is oxidizing. There we are. We've got a nice round curl. Something like this is what you're looking for. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this portion and I'm going to bend it on the horn of the anvil. That's going to give us our nice curve for the hook. A good blacksmith does his thinking in the fire because you want to strike when the iron's hot. You do not want to be sitting there puzzling over how to move the metal while it's out of the fire. This is when you do your thinking, right here. Because there's nothing else you can do. You just have to wait for that metal to get hot enough you can strike want to get, when you get it out of the fire and onto the anvil, you want to work that metal as quickly as possible. Because when you lose that heat, you're going to have to put it in the fire again. And that means you're going to lose more metal to scaling. That's good enough. Now I'm going to quench the tip. That cools it off so that when I go to bend it, it doesn't flatten out. Here we go. Bending it now. Hang it straight on it like that. Straighten it. There we go. Now, notice that I haven't gone all the way around 180 degrees. You see how I've left a nice little line of departure here? You see a little bit more clearly from this angle. I've got it departing a little bit like that, so when you hang a coat hook or a coat or a hat or something else onto that hook, when you go to take it off, it's not going to want to grab onto it. It will allow you to slide it right off. It makes it a little bit more user-friendly. So in this heat, we're going to heat up this portion, and then we're going to make that little divot. Will allow you to put a nail in the end of it that's nice and flat, and then we're going to cut it off in the same operation using the cutoff hardy and the hardy hole. Here's the cutoff hardy. Go just like this. Now, notice how I've left this on the side right up until this moment, because you do not want to do any of these other forging operations with that cutoff hardy sticking out of the anvil. Why? Because it will chop your hand off. So keep it down there where it's safe. So here we go with our last heat. Normally this operation goes much faster because I'm not sitting here explaining it, so I don't lose as much heat. A good blacksmith can pound out one of those hooks in either the pencil tip or spoon tip variation in under 2 minutes. A really good one will be able to do it in under 1 minute. The most you could ever hope to get for one of these hooks is about $2, maybe $1. You don't want to spend too much time on it. Alright, here we go. So, taking the hook right onto the anvil like that, half on, half off. You're going to hit it with a hammer, half on the anvil, half off. Nice controlled blows. There you go. Cut off hardy. Now we're going to cut metal with metal. Nice and gentle near the end so that you don't take the edge off of your cutoff hardy. That will kind of defeat the purpose. Here we are. Most of the time these hooks land on the floor, just like that. Now I'm going to take a pair of pliers, or what we call tongs. These are also handmade by me. Picking it up. Looks perfect just like this, but if you've hit the hammer, you've hit it with the hammer on the wrong spot, you might bend this little edge. So you can take this pair of tongs, get this out of the hole, straighten it up while it's still got a little bit of heat to it. And then you're going to take this over your slack tub, which is basically a bucket of water, and quench it. That will give the metal a little bit of surface hardness, and it will also allow you to handle it without burning yourself. There you go. There's the hook. I start my day by making about 5 of these. Once I'm done, I've got a lot of blood in my muscle. I'm limber, I'm flexible. I can use this hammer to create anything I want. It's important to do your warm-up exercises at the beginning of your day, and there's how you do it.